Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are just now loading into the lobby to begin the short qualifying of the ISRL Tier 1 not Australian, Italian Grand Prix around the Temple of Speed, Monza. It's looking like we're going to have a full grid today. I'm joined in the commentaries box by my co-commentator ISRL Mo. Hey Mo, how you doing today?
Hey Monkey, thanks for having me today. I'm doing very well, and as you were mentioning, it's a very exciting track, Temple of Speed, lots of drama. Can't wait for it to happen.
Oh yeah, I'm excited as well, and I hope you guys are excited at home as too for this race. If you didn't get to catch the Tier 3 or the Tier 2 races that happened earlier today and yesterday, I definitely recommend checking them out after this one, of course. But they were a very good indicator, I believe, of what we're going to expect today, which is excitement, carnage, controversy, and all in all a good race. So just loading in here, it looks like we're going to have actually a full grid today, full 20 drivers, and looks like we're already running into internet issues, at least on Carter's end. Hopefully he can get back in
Let
before
me
the...
can confirm that he purposely did that or he didn't purposely do that.
Alrighty, I know in my when I did the Tier 3 race earlier at 2 p.m., I kind of got kicked out right at the start of qualifying too, so it could just be an issue. Looks like we're gonna
Oh,
have
really? Okay.
I mean, who knows? Like, I got kicked out pretty early, but, you know, it could have just been my internet too. Got some cars actually
Okay.
coming out. A little bit of a kerfuffle at the pits there. But here, let me, here, where? Track map. I have so much trouble finding this stuff on the, on the menu. Is that? No, well, here, let's just put this
Yeah,
on
I'm
because
just
of...
getting it,
Let's put all
getting
that
it
on
ready
for
on my screen.
Okay, I think we're good. Now let's put the, yeah, let's put the best, or the fitted. Let's take a look. So here we are, just starting off the short qualifying here at Monza. I'm gonna ride on board with Cotton Eye Joe myself, just because he was the first one to exit the pits, so he should be the first to set a lap, assuming he doesn't invalidate it. I will say Monza, it's not a long circuit, but it is very tricky, just because you're flying into some of these corners, pretty much at top speed almost, and then I'm thinking turn one where if you don't get that line perfectly, you're just completely screwed over for your entire lap.
Hey Monkey, I do want to interrupt. So, I think it's some information from Carter, and he did say he was looking for a restart because something happened with his game.
Oh
Just
no.
kind of looking for confirmation and confirming that we're gonna do a restart of this qualifying.
Alright, keep us posted. It still is early, so we might still be able to do that, but I think we're gonna have to wait until we get a true call from the stewards here.
Right. Getting
Now,
that sorted out right now.
perfect. Is there any way that Carter can just rejoin?
I think that's what Knight is asking him.
Alrighty, so hopefully we can get Carter back in here. We'll restart if we have to, but I'm hoping that we can flow on. Don't want to waste everybody's time either. See, there's a yellow flag down at Sector 3. I'm hoping that's not a crash and just somebody letting other drivers go through. So here we are. We're right on board with Cotton Eye Joe as he's going around his flying lap right now, and he's coming. He's a good way into it, about halfway down this back straight with the DRS. Just before the Ascari chicanes. They can be very tricky if you don't take that first line right. This last corner here, if you catch that just like that, actually, you're going to do a little bit like what Cotton Eye Joe did and just, you know, get a wiggle. Worst case scenario, you throw it into the wall, which is not something you want to do at all. But here we go. Cotton Eye Joe coming around the last, the parabolica turns here. Pits. I guess that wasn't a lap for him, and that means that Mushroom is the first to set a time. He sets a 1:19.9. Pewd comes in second now, 1:21. As we're seeing some drivers starting to set some laps. 1:19.9 is the time to beat, but that's on soft tires for ISRL Mushroom. Everybody else has set the medium tire, so it looks like a 121 is the time to aim for with the mediums, and 119 is the time to set. As Jamie 1 actually takes provisional pole now. He sets a 119.7 as more drivers are starting to set times. Let's see. Oh, just a big accident in those Williams cars down on that back straight. I'm not too sure what happened there. We just tuned in right at the end. Artman retired as well. Jordan JT retired. Are we actually restarting this?
Yeah, so actually I see a lot of votes saying that people do want to restart, just because Carter actually, happened, exactly what happened to you. He just got, like, retired out of nowhere and he has no setup, so, everyone is looking to restart, so it looks like it's confirmed.
Alrighty, so there we have it. So it looks like we are going to sports. We're not suffering from the same issues the real sports world is suffering for out there, but we're not void of it either. So what I'm thinking, here we'll close the stream. We'll open a new one once we get this. Okay, never mind. I guess we
Yep,
won't close the stream.
absolutely. Yeah.
I just got word from the from Night that doesn't look like we're going to close the stream, so we'll leave it open. We'll just get it restarted. We'll fill the time here while everything gets sorted out. Sorry for everybody watching at home that we had to run into these technical difficulties, but we'll get them resolved for you. Yeah, so it looks like everyone's leaving, so I guess we're gonna get a new lobby made up. Oh, yep, there we go.
Alright, I'm gonna leave this session myself and wait for an invite.
Alright, worst to worst, just you can join on me because I'm just getting in now.
Oh, perfect.
And we'll see if maybe while the lobby gets set up, if we can, if you're willing, we can pull a driver in potentially for an interview, a little pre-race, pre-qualifying interview, get everybody feeling the race.
Alright, let me see who is able to join us.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna peek to make sure the stream is still up and running. It does look like it's still good. Perfect. So for those of you just tuning in, we had just started the Italian Grand Prix. Ran into a technical issue. Going to restart qualifying again. We weren't too far into it. Only a handful of drivers actually set times, anyways. But for now, we're waiting for everybody to rejoin the lobby, get this started up, and we'll see if we can maybe get an interview for everybody watching at home, a little pre-race interview, just to get everybody in the mood, in that groove for the race coming up in just a few moments now.
Alright, just went into Discord and asked a couple drivers for a pre-quali interview. So
Perfect.
let's see who we can get.
See who we can get, and honestly, I'm going to take that time just to pull up those updated standings. Perfect. Alrighty, so we're just waiting to get started here. I've got the standings just to fill everybody in to the setting of the race. The driver I'm hovering on right now, Sweetcar 19, right in front of your screens there. He is the championship leader right now with 201 points in the Drivers' Championship. He's followed pretty closely behind by Jamie 1 in the Haas. He's got 134 points, so Sweetcar 19 does have a pretty decent lead. But as we've seen in the Tier 3 and the Tier 2 races, anything can happen here at Monza. So the lead, maybe, all it takes is Jamie 1 to have a really good finish. Sweetcar 19 maybe doesn't have that great of a finish in Monza. Happens, and all of a sudden Jamie 1's right back into it. And Sweetcar 19's teammate, Pubed, he's actually, he rounds out the top 3. He's got 103 points in the Drivers' Championship. Just to give everybody the setting of the top 3. We are just waiting. A few more drivers are ready to go. It doesn't looks like we're still missing one more driver before we can.
Maybe one driver. Okay, looks like we're waiting for Hartman to rejoin, and once Hartman rejoins, every driver is going to be able to ready up for the race.
All right, perfect. So just one more driver, then we'll be ready to kick off the race once again. I'm thinking the drivers are probably too busy getting focused up into the mindset of the race. Maybe not really feeling the interviews all that much before the race.
No, and actually I want to say something. It's kind of something that I've noticed yesterday is starting a race for this league. It's different than racing normal, and it gives you some type of adrenaline where you're like, all right, this is game on. I want to win this race. So it's a different kind of buzz that you get off this league.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that too. Even in Monza, I was an unfortunate victim of a few accidents early on in the race. It looks like we're actually starting up now. But yeah, I was a few victims of the race. But you know what? The racer mindset just took over me. Unlike what it would in a regular 5-lap, 25-lap race.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
When you're going into this, all you want to focus on is that. So I completely understand not wanting to do the interview. But
exactly.
We got the time killed. We're loading back in. Time for the take 2, hopefully without any issues as we load back into the race now. So we're restarting short qualifying. So for real this time, we'll see who can take pole position here at the Italian Grand Prix.
I'm curious to see what drivers pick for their tires. Almost thinking here, most drivers are going to be going with the softs just because it's going to give you a blistering lap time, and considering Tier 2 and Tier 3, there is going to be a safety car out. So that's going to give you an opportunity to maybe swap those tire compounds and go for a different strategy.
Oh yeah, that's a good call with the strategy. Honestly, I'm thinking the soft tires are probably the best way to go as well. Just because of exactly like you said, historically speaking, we've seen lots of safety cars on the track. So I'm thinking we might see one early on. Turn 1 is very tight. You're from the start-finish line, you're just gunning it down all the way to this very, very tight chicane. So I wouldn't put it past an incident to happen very early on here. That could cause even down in Ascari, we could see another Sebastian Vettel.
Yes, absolutely. Looks like the Ferraris are coming out. Speaking of Sebastian Vettel, Alfa Romeos are getting out of the pit. Looks like a bunch of drivers are actually starting to coming out of the pit to go on their outlap.
Yeah, I guess they're all itching to go. Let's right on board with the leader. I think that's Jediant who's leading the pack, at least for the moment. So I'll jump on board with him. Jediant, he's on the soft tires. So we'll see what kind of...
Just noticed his helmet is actually really nice. And it looks like Carter retired from the session again.
Oh no.
So Actually, I think we're probably just gonna leave it as that, but I will hit the Discord up and see what happened. But other than that, I think you can take on the stream and continue.
All right, perfect. Keep me posted there. I will say I think I'm hearing some echo from the stream or something. Do you have the stream open?
I do not actually, but let me make sure that my mic is not messing up.
Yeah, because I'm hearing a bit of feedback. I don't know if that's coming off on the stream. All right, so sit rep. We're just starting qualifying again for the second time for real this time. We're on board with Jadide, who is looks like he might be the first driver to actually get a flying lap done. He's coming through that first turn. I was talking about it earlier. Very tough to get the lines right. I'll call them the sausage curves there. They don't really look like much of them, but there's enough of a sausage curve there to really throw the lap away. And one thing I will say in my experience with Monza is that there's not much runoff area before you run into the grass or the gravel for the most part, especially where you expect to run off on the outside. So it's very easy to just catch a few tires into that gravel pit right there, for example, and completely lose your time. But Jadide is doing very good in that Racing Point car so far, so we'll see what kind of lap he can actually put up. Let's get all of this good stuff on the screen for everyone at home watching.
Hey, Monkey. Am I echoing?
No, not anymore. It looks like it fixed itself.
Okay, awesome. And I just want to let everybody know who is watching this stream currently. Carter, unfortunately, did get retired, a glitch or whatever again, but this time he does still have his setup on. So that's good for him at least, and we're not going to restart the race.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. So he should be able to just join back in and keep his setup. We have one driver or two drivers now that have set lap times. Jadide is sitting on pole, as most of these drivers are getting their first lap times out.
Yeah, looks like Jatan got a 120.1, but I obviously that's gonna be in here, and it's gonna I think it's gonna dig in a 119, maybe 118. Let's see.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Who can we ride on board with? Let's see. Into the pits. Here, I'm going to jump with Scarlo. Looks like he's just about to finish his lap. He's on the hard tires. So maybe not the quickest lap time from Scarlogan, but probably still a quick... Oh, well, he's jumping into the pits, actually. So I think he was maybe just getting a feel of the car, of the tires. Let's see, Jamie won. Yeah, let's ride on him. He took a provisional pole before the restart last qualifying, so we'll see what he can do. Looks like he's run into a bit of traffic on the circuit. Oh, a little bit of a funky little glitch.
And looks like a Stunik retired.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to a Stunik. I wonder where he was for that.
I got that big map on, but I don't see any orange dot that's just in the middle of the road, so it could be something that he did himself.
Yeah, it could be an issue with the pits. We'll see if he disconnects and rejoins. Now on my screen we've got Jamie 1 coming around Parabolica now, so we'll see what kind of time he can put up as he crosses the line for real this time, and that's good enough for P3. And he gets immediately bumped down to P4 as more drivers are setting lap times. So currently the pecking order is Jadide still on pole on those soft tires, followed by Pubed and Isakush rounding out the top three.
And I just want to let you guys know that Stunik, I was just talking to Stunik, and he did confirm that he chose to do that. So there won't be any debris on the track or anything.
Okay, well that's good, and that gives me hope knowing that there isn't, we aren't running into technical difficulties around for everyone. I was running on board with Knight, but he dives into the pits after his lap. I guess he doesn't like it. Looks like most of the drivers are either jumping into the pits and they're in laps, kind of in a bit of a lull right now.
You know what I'm thinking, Monkey?
What's up?
I am wondering what team is gonna do the slipstream because in tier two in yesterday's race, myself and my teammate we tried to work slipstream. Obviously, when you have a time like a 15, 18 minute, it kind of is hard because you have to go for an out lap and then you have to have like really good communication. So I'm wondering if tier one guys are gonna go for that. They're gonna go for the teammate slipstream and they're gonna go for a fast lap. I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I didn't think about that. The teamwork involved, especially around Monza, given how quick of a circuit it is. We've seen the teamwork before in some other races here in Tier One, so I wouldn't put it past these drivers. But it doesn't look like we're seeing it right now. Whoa, boy! Sweet Crown 19, we're riding on board. Had a bit of an issue in that in those turns there before the DRS zone. I think he's stuck behind some traffic. He's got a Ferrari in front of him.
He does. He's got Mushroom in front of him, and he's getting all that slipstream from Mushroom.
Oh yeah, that would do it. I mean, they're both on their flying laps, so I guess they're both probably entitled to the racing line here. But
Yeah, not the teammates we're looking for, but definitely I think the same engines.
well, let's see. Will it work out for Sweet Crown 19? It actually does. It works out pretty
Oh,
well for him. And Sweet Crown 19 takes pole, and Mushroom actually takes second on that lap. So that actually worked out pretty well for both of those
wait a minute.
drivers.
I see Sweet Crown and Mushroom swapping, so I think these guys are actually working it out.
Well, it seems like it. I mean, they're on different teams, so maybe not the communication in the traditional sense, but maybe they've got the stream open. Maybe they're
Yeah,
maybe Mushroom knows Sweet Crown 19's pace on those soft tires, so he's gonna go around and try to set another lap. Uh, but
absolutely.
but saying that,
Oh,
they
it
both
looks
just
like
let
he
the Williams
overtakes
through.
him.
Oh, but
Yeah.
actually, who
Oh,
was that? Wow, there was a Williams that ended up. Was that Gernman?
let me take a look.
No, I think that's looks like that's Hartman actually, who's caught in the trap. I was talking
Yeah,
about that
Hartman.
earlier, especially in those set of turns leading into the second sector. If you just clip the gravel with your tires, you're in for a bad time.
And I haven't seen much of Hartman. He is a busy guy, but let's see what he can do in terms of lap time. I normally he is a fast driver, so let's see what he can do for the Williams.
I'll have to see. I mean, thankfully he's on his out lap now, so probably getting those tires warmed up, getting them ready to go for that flying lap. Speaking
And
of
look at
flying,
Pube.
oh yeah, look at that. Pube jumps in the pole, so now we've got an Alfa Romeo 1-2 so far. I'm on board with Gurman. He's coming around Parabolica. He goes a little bit wide, but we'll see what kind of time he can put up. He doesn't invalidate it, so that's good for him. He's on the soft tires, and that's good enough for 7th.
Currently looking at ISRL Pretzel.
Yeah, let me know what Pretzel does. I'm on board with Knight as he's going to cross the line for his first flying lap. I know he put a decent amount of practice in this track, and that's his lap was good enough for P9 on those soft tires. 8 minutes to go here in qualifying.
That's actually a very nice lap. But I think he can do better. I think he'll come out and probably get gets in the. I believe Knight can probably get in the 119 easy.
Oh yeah, should definitely be able to get into the 119, especially in qualifying. I'm just riding with the onboard of Hartman right now through his flying lap. Looked like there was a bit of a battle going on in front of him, and I kind of wanted to see it a little bit. But looks like Hartman's having a very pretty fast lap as he's coming around. He's coming around Parabolica now. See, can he catch a little bit of slipstream on the way to the line? And what kind of time is that good for? Good enough for 14th, but he's on the medium tires, so...
Nice, actually, really quick lap for a medium tire, 122.2 for Hartman, very well done.
Oh yeah, very good lap, right up there with the rest of the medium tire runners.
Absolutely.
But it looks like most of the drivers now have set times. Some are even going out on their second out laps now. But we are still waiting on the deck, Jer, and Catastrophic to set times. Jer's
Yeah.
actually...
I actually just noticed that Catastrophic hasn't even left the pit yet. So I'm wondering if he's even going to set a lap.
Yeah, I'm actually curious about that. If he's gonna set a lap or if he's just gonna hang out in the back.
Some of these drivers sometimes wait for the track to clear up a little bit just to get a nice look clean lap. But well, I guess we'll find out. We still have 6 minutes left to qualifying. That's plenty of time.
Oh yeah, loads of time. Some drivers like to do the one shot, the one and done kind of thing too, just to get one lap, see what it is, go from there.
Yes.
But here we are, right on board with Jer as he goes through the Ascari chicane. We'll see what kind of time he can put up. There's some yellow flags actually coming up here. I'm not too sure what that was for. Maybe a driver went a little bit off track.
You're not quite sure where that went.
Sure, but there we go. Jer crosses the line. Good enough for 12th. That's a 120.8 on those medium tires. So another solid lap on the medium tires, and you know what? I want to ride on board with Sweet Crown 19. He's on a flying lap on the soft tires. I want to see what he can do.
Let's find out. I think he might be able to just manage to beat his teammate.
We'll have to see. They're very, very close to one another. Let's take a look at the gap. Like 0.085 is the gap. But here we have a Sweet Crown 19. He's running into a bit of traffic, but he should be able to take care of some of that easy enough. As he's coming around Parabolica now.
Alright, I'm excited to find out.
Yeah,
oh!
118.9.
Wow, that is a fast lap time.
An absolutely blistering lap from Sweet Crown 19, but can you expect anything less from the championship leader?
No, not at all. Actually, I was waiting for that. I knew he was gonna set a fast lap. I know this is Sweet Crown's favorite track, and yeah, he's done it. He's done it.
I was gonna say, like, if Sweet Crown doesn't set a 118 in qualifying, I'd have been a little disappointed.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's not a wrong point there.
Oh yeah, and then just to check in, I do see Catastrophic's actually going out in his out lap now, so so you don't have to worry too much about that. It looks like he will set a lap, and I think he was just waiting for the dead of qualifying, get the fastest track possible for his lap.
I think the McLaren is on a hot lap. Cotton Eye Joe.
Yep, let's take a look. There's Ilbiku actually. He had a bit of an issue. In that second chicane there, as he ended up going into the wall. Thankfully, he's on his out laps, so it's not going to affect too much in the grand scheme of things. Still loads of time to cross the line.
Looks like the McLaren went into pit. Let's see. Jedian,
Yep.
let's see if Jedian is on the hot lap.
Hello. Ooh,
nope.
you were talking about that strategy. I'm seeing Pubed and Sweet Crown 19. Looks like they're trying to pull a bit of. Oh, well, actually, never mind. Sweet Crown 19, Pubed, and Mushroom, I think, was with that. All three of them dive into the pits.
Man, maybe they're like, oh, I need to quick change and get out as soon as possible so I can get that one last blistering fast lap. Let's see if some of the drivers are able to do that, because it is risky at this point. You know, you only got about less than 3 minutes, so.
Oh yeah, and I do want to say, coming up out of nowhere is Gernman. Actually, he sets a 119.4. I didn't even catch that, but he's up into third now.
Look at Gernman with a blistering lap. He is putting the Williams back on the chart.
Oh yeah, putting Williams on the chart. I know Gernman, he can set very fast times. When he's on, like, he's on.
Oh yeah, Gernman is definitely a fast driver. I've seen him not only with this simulator, he's also a really fast driver at Gran Turismo as well.
Oh yeah, and that's like I said, when he's on, he's on. It's just he needs to. I know I've noticed he needs to maybe get the mental aspect of it in the sense of almost like me in a way, where I run into maybe a few instances here and there, you kind of get out of the mindsets.
Yeah.
But I hope that here in Monza we can see him battling for the podium, or maybe even challenging Sweet Crown 19 and Jamie 1 for the win.
Exactly. I'm so excited for Garmin to actually be in P3. I think he can. He is a very consistent driver. So if he keeps it up, like you said, he's definitely going to be fighting for a podium.
Oh yeah, but I know one driver who's going to have something to say, I would think, about all these drivers on the podium is Jamie 1. He's on his out lap now, but he's sitting down in 11th. Not something we see too often from Jamie 1. I really don't think he's got strategy going on. I think he's going to try to set that pole-taking time. I was on board with Knight. He crosses the line, and that's good enough for a provisional 7th place, a 119.8.
Wow. See, we knew it. We knew it when we knew Knight was going to get into the 119. So he went ahead and did it. But again, we do have very competitive, very fast drivers. It looks like Jedian went ahead and retired from the session.
Yep, I guess he's happy with his 119.7. So he's going to retire, and I will actually make a note saying, for now, but I'm assuming it's going to be at least the top 10. But for now, the top 9 have all set times under 120.
Yes, yeah. It just shows of how many fast drivers we got here in Tier 1. It's crazy to see.
Oh yeah, and Jamie 1, he's gonna have to go for broke. He actually invalidated his previous lap time, and now right at the end of qualifying, it's either all or nothing for Jamie 1, as he's gonna try to set a pole position time. Because if you're Jamie 1, you don't want to let Sweet Crown 19 take pole.
Oh, looks like Albika retired from the session.
Yep.
Don't look like to be an incident or anything.
Oh no, right at the end of qualifying, so I'm thinking drivers, maybe if they know they don't have enough time to set a lap, they'll just retire.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing the boring drive around. I mean, I always like to do it, just an extra lap is an extra lap.
Yeah, you never know sometimes.
We'll see. I mean, the stream is saying Jamie 1's on an out lap, but I really don't think he's on an out lap since I watched him cross the line on his previous lap, and it looks like he's actually flying through Ascari. But we'll see. I mean, for now, Sweet Crown 19, Pubed, and Gernman are the top 3. Here we have Jamie. We're on board with Jamie 1. He's coming around Parabolica. We'll see. Can he take that pole? No, he jumps into the pits.
Oh, and it looks like, as we predicted earlier, most drivers did actually go for the soft strategy. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting to see with the soft strategy, but I do expect to see Jamie 1 most likely going to start on the medium tires, especially being down in 14th.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point. And then let's show some love to Sweet Crown. He is the only driver on the grid right now with a 118 lap time. That just shows how fast of a driver he is. He wants to make it known. He's like, I want to get the fastest I can.
Oh yeah, and we're actually watching Sweet Crown 19 on the stream. Not doing much right now. He's into the wall, waving to the fans, celebrating that pole position.
Absolutely.
There we go. We're just waiting for the last driver to get into the pit wall now before we can wrap up qualifying. But there we have it, an Alfa Romeo front row lockout for the Italian Grand Prix.
Not surprising at all.
Oh no, the Alfa Romeos have been they've been strong all season, and today is no exception. But qualifying is one thing, the race is another. And I do have to say, the top 11, well, basically the top 12 are pretty much within a second of each other.
Absolutely. Flying lap times here. And, yeah, we're not surprised that the Alfa Romeo are on top, but very well done from Garmin for the Williams. And it's a Kush. He's a fast driver, no doubt, and so is Jer. But let's wait for the race. I'm really excited to see the action because I already know there's going to be a lot of it.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of action. A nice colorful grid for everybody watching at home. Hartman left the session, so hopefully he can get back in before the actual start of the race. But a
Yes,
colorful grid.
I really hope so.
Yep, so we'll have to check in on that, see how that goes. Like I mentioned, colorful grid. We're waiting to start the formation lap right now. I think we're actually going to be taking a bit of a breather between
Yeah.
before the formation lap, as we normally do. Just let the drivers get into the mindset. But that's all right. Oh, never mind. I don't think we're actually going to take that breather because we had a few drivers that hit continue. So if the
Yeah.
drivers are watching the stream, maybe get back to your seats sooner rather than later, just to just to get there on time, not miss the formation lap. But in another hand, that's good for us because that's a little less downtime before the actual race. But here we go. On board with Streetcar 19 for this formation lap as he comes around. They're going very slow for now, but once the race starts, we're definitely going to see them going much faster, barreling down this straight before they hit the first two turns. Here you go, just like Streetcar 19 did. That was a really nice line to take those turns. You can cut that first bump, but not the second curb on turn 2. Oh no, I just noticed on the stream from Hartman, his game crashed like Carter's.
Oh, I see. But I did see that he actually rejoined, so I hope that it actually allows him to race.
Oh, here's to hoping. I know in my case it was qualifying, but I could just go into the spectator menu and take control of my car. So hopefully that is the case for Hartman as well. But I'm noticing there's actually a bit of a gap with the top 4. Jer is actually holding up the drivers behind him a little bit. Maybe a strategic move by him going through this formation lap, letting the top 4's tires and brakes cool off a little bit more as they get to the line first.
Looks like every driver is making sure again their tires were really warm for the start.
Oh yeah, we'll have to see. I'm seeing a few drivers that actually are back at the start finish straight right now. So maybe there was a bit of contact, maybe they didn't go, but they're definitely going to be at a disadvantage having not done this formation lap, just because they're going to have much cooler tires. Wow, look at that. Nice little gaggle of cars. Feel like I should be playing the that F1 theme flute from the Monza qualifying with that.
Yeah, I know, right? But it looks like drivers are actually coming back into their grid spots, so excited to see the action.
Oh yeah, I'm actually a little worried though for Streetcar 19 and Pube. They took a bit of a lead from the rest of the pack, so we'll have to see if that actually affects them going into this first turn here. Lots of drivers actually still haven't left for the formation lap, it seems. So.
Oh, and let's not forget the slipstream. Actually, on the first turn, you got off this long straight that you want to actually keep protected, or the drivers behind you is just gonna come up on you and hit that slipstream. But you can go ahead and take this, Monkey. It looks like the race is about to start.
Yeah, it looks like we're about to start. I'm going to do my best to catch all the turn 1 carnage if there is any, but here we go. The lights are on, up to 4. Now waiting for the 5th red light. Looks like we have 4 lights, and they're off. And we're off. It's the 4 red lights start now, not the 5 red lights. But here we go. Streetcar 19 and Pubed going side by side down the straight. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Wow, Jared. Huge contact by Jer. There goes his wing. Is he still in the race? It looks like he is. Holy moly.
Oh my god, that was so crazy.
A VSC just like that to start the race. There we go. We caught that on stream, so that's good. Or we caught as much as we could.
That was a crazy crash right there, but looks like yeah, the virtual safety car is out. So that normally doesn't last for long, so it looks like Maybe driver is just gonna reform here for a little bit, and then it's gonna kick right back at a lot faster speed.
Oh yeah, and I'm seeing Gerdman actually right in the back of Sweet Crown 19. I think maybe there's a bit of team game going on because Pube is taking a bit of a lead from the rest of the pack.
Not too worried about Sweet Crown.
Oh no, could just be a bit of a team game. Let Pube take a bit of a lead, and then once we go green, Sweet Crown 19 can just book it. Speaking of, we are green now. I do notice Hartman is unfortunately looks like he's in the pit, so I don't know if he was able to actually join in on time.
Unfortunate for that.
Yep, it looks like a few drivers going wide around Parabolica. We're on board with Jamie 1. He's up into 12th now. There was a driver into the pits. Up into 11th, going down the start-finish straight. He's got two cars in front of him, Jamie 1 does. Looks like it's a bit of a little box to the outside there. Going side by side down this first turn, fighting with Jordan, but looks like he loses the position to Jordan in that Red Bull car. Actually want to see Gerdman, because Gerdman is actually right behind Sweet Crown 19, so he looks like he wants to take that second away from Sweet Crown. I'm not too sure if I'm not sure if Sweet Crown is running into a bit of problems, or if he's just, like I said, playing a tactical game, but he's having a bit of trouble getting away from Gerdman in that Williams car.
I want to mention that Mushroom and Knight actually, it looks like they actually boosted up position. Now they sit in 4th and 5th.
Oh yeah, very good start by those two. Knight up into 5th, like you mentioned, Mushroom into 4th. Solid start. It is still early. The gaps are close. I'm actually, let's see with Isakush. Can he make the move on Scar Low? They're side by side, about to get into Parabolica, it looks like. Who will take the position? It looks like Sweet Crown, or not Sweet Crown, Scar Low can still keep that, that 8th position. See, I love the start of the race. There's so much to watch.
Yeah. It looks like one of the Mercedes actually went on the grass.
Oh, yeah.
Biku or Carter?
Yep, looks like that's El Biku. Must have missed his braking spot a little bit, and he had to go through that little runoff area. Gets a 3-second time penalty for good measure as well. Very unfortunate for El Biku in that Mercedes car. Especially taking a penalty this early on in the race.
Yeah, you don't want to get those penalties, you know, with the safety cars, with everybody crashing in at the race. You want to be as clean as possible, because you can be in a position where you'll get a lot of points, and those penalties can affect you.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing, right? The penalties do a lot. Speaking of the battle we're watching now, Knight actually takes a 3-second time penalty for cutting the Ascari corner a little bit too tightly. Knight is actually being pressured by Pretzels very hard right now as they're going into Parabolica. So we'll see if Knight can actually hold that position away from Pretzels, who is putting the pressure on. We're right on board a little bit down this start-finish straight just to see. If Pretzels can make the move. Gets very close, thinks about it, but no, thinks a little bit better. Knight looks like he went a little bit wide there.
He was protected very well. Those straights can kill you. It looks like Pretzel might really just do it this time. The slipstream is crazy.
Oh yeah, and actually, I do want to say Jamie 1 up into 10th now, so he's looking to make his way up. Isakush makes a move on Scarlow, so Isakush up into 8th. And Sweet Car 19 has actually grown the gap from Gerdman a little bit. So whatever pace he was lacking early on, it looks like he found it now. See, Pretzels thinks about making the move again, but oh no, Pretzels actually spins it. He's facing the wrong way on the track. Heartbreak for Pretzels.
No.
As he needs to find a way to safely turn around. And there we go. He's back up and running, but he falls down into 14th now, from all the way up into 6th.
Yeah,
So
that turn is
heartbreak.
very brutal. Very brutal.
Yep, it's definitely a tough turn, that Ascari chicane. And we saw it right there, front row, how difficult that turn can be. Let's see, Jordan JT. It looks like he's going to try to make a move on the outside. There's contact with Cotton Eye Joe. They go around. They both go wide. Cotton Eye Joe does cut the corner a little bit, but the stewards
Whoa.
might have to take a look at that.
Yeah, actually 10-second penalty for
10-second
Kanai Joe.
penalty, yeah. I think the stewards are going to have to take a look at that because there was lots of contact between Jordan and Cotton Eye Joe. So I'm not
Yeah.
too sure if it was just Cotton Eye Joe stuck in the battle, missed his breaking point, or if the contact did play a role into that. But, you know, Jamie 1, I don't think he's complaining. He's up into 9th now.
Look at Carter. He's actually managed to go 8 position up from where he started. So I'm excited to see him. Actually, I really hope he finishes this race because last weekend in Spa that was not the case.
Yeah, not the best weekend last week for him, but we'll see if he can do it. I'm watching a nice little 3-car battle between Jamie 1 Scarlo and Issa Kush here, as they just left the Ascari chicane. But I'm thinking this will be a nice little duel down the start-finish straight. Jamie 1 looks like he's thinking about trying to make the move a little earlier on Scarlo. I'm seeing some drivers diving into the pits. That's Issa Kush in that Toro Rosso. He's had enough of those tires. So,
and I was wondering if he even had some some damage on his car because it seems pretty really early to pit in lap 6. You know, normally those stops will probably last you to like 10 laps.
yeah, it is very early, but we'll have to see. Looks like he's out of the pits now, and he's on the medium tires. So maybe that's just a strategy that he's running.
I don't think those mediums will last till the end. I mean, they technically they probably can, but we'll find out.
We'll find out.
On how he can manage.
Yeah, it'll take a lot of tire management, I think, for him. But I don't think it'll last. I'm actually riding with Carter now as he's putting the pressure on Cotton Eye Joe. Very close. Can he make the move stick? Looks like he does. He's up into 9th now.
He's also currently with the number 24, which is the number I go with in my tier. So that's the guy I'm going for.
Well, there we go. Maybe the shout out to the commentators booth a little bit with the number pick in there.
Yeah, right.
But he's up into 9th, and he's gonna try to put the pressure on Scarlo. I mean, Carter is on the softer tires, but I think we're gonna get close to the point now where the soft tires are gonna start to fall off compared to those medium tires.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm thinking if...
And then, let's see, is Sofian on mediums? Because he is actually in a great position from where he started.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's up 6th position. Carter, actually, we're speaking of him, he's up 10 spots from the start of this race. Looks like he's our highest jumper. Stunek up 8, Jamie 1 up 7, Sofian up 6.
This track is brutal. All of these things, you never know what happens. But I'm glad that there hasn't been any collisions. So,
well, other than that incident with turn 1, but turn
absolutely.
1 does what turn 1 does.
But I'm glad nobody crashed out. They managed to stay in the race.
Oh yeah, we still have a full string of drivers. Well, I guess we're down to 19 since looks like Hartman had wasn't able to resolve that issue. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, that's very sad.
But we'll see if his teammate can hold up. Doing a good job up in 3rd. And speaking of the top 3, Streetcar 19 is closing the gap on his teammate now.
Oh, let's see Knight. Looks like Knight might be overtaking Mushroom.
Yep, we'll take a look and see. I'm riding on board, riding with him now. They go side by side through the chicane. elbows are out a little bit into the gravel. There's a slight bit of contact, but Mushroom still keeps the position, at least for now. But they're right on board. We'll give the onboard with Knight. He thinks about doing it here, but no, he thinks a little bit better of it, and he's going to try to do it down this straight with the DRS. Looks like he's thinking about taking the inside line. Mushroom's battling it out. They're side by side now. Can he make the move stick? They touch. They touch Martin. Down to Ascari. Oh, Mushroom gets forced wide into the gravel and has to concede the position to ISRL Knight. So that moves Knight up into 4th now. And Mushroom is now actually being pressured a little bit by Sofian, his teammate on those medium tires.
They are racing hard and they want to race to have fun, so those things will happen. I will not be surprised if Mushroom will fight back as he gets DRS right now.
No, I won't be surprised. Sukar 19, just for the update on the lead, he actually has passed his teammate now, so he is up into 1st. I'm on board now back with Mushroom as he's very close. A nice little 3-way battle we have going on for 4th.
And he's going to continue to get those DRS, and he's going to continue to get closer tonight. So the battle is going to continue.
Oh yeah, the battle continue. I quickly jumped to Pretzels just to catch that move on a Stunik.
Oh, actually Mushroom.
Oh no! What happened there? Mushroom, he
resets
resets on the track, but I completely missed that.
I actually saw that. So what happened is he got a little bit on gravel. One tire, like the front left tire, got on the gravel, and then he spun. So he quickly reset back on track. He loses some places, but he managed to do it really quick. So nice save, I guess.
Yeah, nice save from him. But I think that was in that after the second chicane, right? That set of 2 turns before the DRS zone.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, I know. Let's just say myself in that gravel trap. We go way back.
Yeah. It's really brutal, especially in Monza.
Oh yeah, especially in Monza, but that specific set of turns there, for some reason I just love to go play in the sand at those turns.
It looks like Carter gets a 5-second penalty speeding in pit lane.
Oh, that's unfortunate for him, because that'll definitely go against his final time.
Let me see what tires he's actually on.
Wow, looks like I'm actually... Sorry, going ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say Carter actually swapped to hard, so in theory, Carter is gonna go to the end of the race with those tires.
Yeah, he should be able to make it to the end of the race. I was gonna say Cotton Eye Joe got very close to Mushroom into that first turn there, but gap was formed once again. Sofian now. Knight fended off one Ferrari car, but he can't get too comfy because he's got another one right on his tail of Sofian, who looks like he's going to get very close by the end of this lap to the Red Bull car. I guess something's never changed for RV Red Bull.
No, and I'm seeing a lot of drivers catching these penalties, and and you want to stress that those penalties really, really hurt you towards the end of the race, because you could be in a great position and they could just make you lose 3-4 position. It happened to me.
Oh yeah, and speaking of, looks like, well, not speaking of, but Sofian very close now. He's got the DRS. Looks like he makes the move. Knight doesn't put up too much of a fight, but that is it's a tough battle to make.
What is this? A Stunik or no? Can I joke? I thought somebody had got on spun out or crashed, but never mind. Oh, it looks like
It looks like
Pretzel.
it might be Pretzels. Oh yeah, looks like it. He's all the way down there again. He's on those 9-lap old soft tires, so I think they are looking to like screaming to get off. Sofian, like I mentioned, he's made the move, so Sofian is up into 4th now in that Ferrari car. But I don't think Knight's going to give up that position without at least a little bit of a fight coming around. But he actually needs to fend off Jamie Wan, who's on those medium tires, and he's coming like a... You know, he's coming like an American semi-truck in that Haas car, looking for that podium. So I want to see that. I'll quickly jump to It's a Kush. It looks like there's a battle. It's a Kush and Catastrophic. The two Toro Rossos are duking it out. Well, what happened? Oh, okay. It's a little bit of a pit, and there we go. Just like that, Jamie won up into third. Thanks to the pits of a few of the drivers now as we're going into the pit window. But I want to check out this Toro Rosso battle for a little bit. Well, maybe not now because Catastrophic actually dove into the pits. But here we have it. Streetcar 19, Sophie, and Jamie 1. This is the running order, at least for the moment. Looks like Gurman is very close to Stunek. He looks like he's trying to make the move around the outside of that McLaren car. Izakush is actually thinking about it, but he's a little bit far behind. They're side by side, and it looks like Gurman can make the move on that fresher hard tires. What happened to Stunek there? He completely missed his braking spot, and he had to go a little wide on that second chicane there. Let's see. It looks like gaps are forming at least a little bit now with the pit stops. But there we go. Streetcar 19 finally getting off those soft tires. We'll see what he puts on. He puts on the mediums. So that's about, I guess, 14 laps he needs to go on those medium tires. You know, I think Streetcar can do it.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
No doubt.
I just want to take a look and see which drivers has pit and which drivers hasn't yet.
The top four have not pit yet, so I'm thinking once the first true round of pit stops are done, it'll be Pube, Street Crown, and well, Gurman as the top three.
Yeah, good call from those guys. So it's gonna be pretty much the same unless the safety car pops up and changes things around, which is always interesting.
Round 2, Mushroom, Knight. But Mushroom actually says, you know what, I don't want to do that second chicane, so you know, maybe we'll try again a little bit later.
Yeah.
But we've got this battle once again between Knight and Mushroom, but this time it's Mushroom making the attack and Knight getting the on the defensive. I see Streetcar 19, he made a move on Jordan, couldn't catch that. Mushroom, they're side by side now. Knight still gets it. You don't want to lose it again here in Ascari. Mushroom goes a little bit wide, loses the back end a little bit, and that actually gives Knight a bit of breathing room. We'll jump back to that battle.
I was going to say, while Knight was defending, he managed to get himself a 3-second penalty.
Oh, wonderful! So that'll go against his time. It's a Kush trying to make a move on Gurman. They're actually side by side into these first set of turns. Holy moly, that's tight.
While you're watching that, I'm actually gonna keep an eye on Mushroom and Knight just to make sure and see how this battle goes.
Please do. But Gurman and It's a Kush side by side again. They're still side by side. It looks like, oh no, It's a Kush misses that chicane. See that all too often, and that gives Gurman the room to take that position, actually hold on to it at least for a little bit now. But I don't think It's a Kush is gonna give up too easily. Now I actually want to jump with Jamie 1 as he's pressuring Sofian for the lead of the race. Coming up to a back marker. Thankfully there's some ghosting, so he shouldn't play too much of an effect, but we'll have to see. But wow, it looks like Sofian is still able to finish straight, but from what I can see, it needs some ERS. Jamie, not terrible. Here we go. Time to try again. It's a Kush Gurman. It's a Kush does make the move stick this time around. Oh boy, what happened there? He goes for a drift.
Oh no.
Goes for a drift. Can he join safely? Was there? It doesn't look like there's contact, but that actually gave a Stunek a nice free position there. And that sets Akush down into ninth now after that mistake in the first turn.
Jimmy One seems like he got a DRS on Sophion. Let's see if he's gonna be able to get closer and overtake him. Eventually he will, because Sophion isn't gonna get any DRS, and those straight lines are just gonna keep bringing Jamie One a lot closer.
Oh yeah, and I think Jamie One has a lot more ERS than Sophian did last time I checked. So we'll see how that comes into play. I'm seeing the gap is closing a little bit. I'm with Carter right now.
Looks like Jamie One jumps in the pit.
Oh yeah, he dove into the pits. He's tired of those medium tires. We'll see. What's he gonna go on? The softs, I guess.
You wanna get rid of the mediums and get on those. He actually got on those softs, but I said I get on the hards and then finish go to the end of the race. But you know, different drivers got different strategies.
Oh yeah, and I'm thinking at this point there's only 11 laps. Well, I'm saying only, but yeah, only 11 laps left in the race. So I don't know if the hard tires.
You know what? You know what? You're right. You're right. So those soft technically can go to the end as long as he manages them really well.
Well, yeah, especially a driver like Jamie One. I trust he can manage the tires. I noticed Knight just made a move on a Stunek into that first chicane there. The pecking order is being switched around a little bit. But I do still think that Pube, Streetcrown, and Garmin are going to be the top three come.
Yeah, I mean, Sophian has to pit. You know, he started on mediums, and he's going to have to switch somewhere else. He's going to get disqualified.
Oh yeah, so we'll see when he decides to make that pit stop. Mushroom now getting very close to a Stunek. Stunek, he's been. I feel like he's been in the wrong end of lots of moves this race, so maybe there's a bit of a mechanical issue in the car, in that McLaren specifically. Because there we go, Mushroom actually makes an easy move, and it looks like even his teammate now can make the move as well on him. So I'm thinking Stunek must have had the short end of the stick. We're watching Scarlo make the move too. It's got to be a mechanical issue with that car for a Stunek. Maybe
that's very typical for a McLaren.
Oh yeah, typical for a McLaren, but it's very unfortunate that Stunek got caught with that defective car. But yeah, I think I just watched. Unfortunately, I think I just watched maybe 3-4 drivers make a move in a span of half a lap on him.
Jamie One actually manages to get a fastest first sector on those fresh softs.
Oh, nice. So Jamie One, I think he's he's up into fourth now, so I think he's going to really try to gun with those soft tires for the podium. Maybe for a win, depending on if Pube and Sweet Crown 19 decide they want to battle it out. But they've got a nice gap.
You know what? That battle is coming up. That battle is coming up, and it's going to be towards the end of the race.
Oh yeah, we'll have to see. I'll keep an eye on Jamie One just to see what he can do when he gets close to Gerdman. But even once he passes Gerdman, he's gonna have to really get a run on, because he's got 6 seconds to make in 10 laps. Well, here we go. Let's see, Scarlo very close. Very close to Cotton Eye Joe and Mushroom. Looks like there's a bit of a 3-way battle going out on track. It's a Kush is pitting off of those medium tires. He's tired of them after 12 laps. We'll see what he decides to put on. Probably the soft tires at this point. Here we go. Oh wow, there's been a contact between Mushroom and Cotton Eye Joe. Mushroom takes the runoff. Gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting in the process, but that was probably due because he just gave himself a huge gap to Cotton Eye Joe after the contact there.
Did you see the whole thing?
I saw a little bit of it. It looked like they were coming into the straight. There was a bit of contact, and next thing I knew, Mushroom was going wide. I think the stewards might look into that if it created a bit of an issue. We'll probably see after the race. There we go. Jamie One makes the move on Gerdman down that DRS straight before the Ascari chicane. And actually, he's only 5.5 seconds back of Sweet Crown, and looks like Pube has actually created a bit of a gap to Sweet Crown 19. So that's going to be an exciting end of the race. But I think unfortunately for Gernman, those hard tires maybe not working out for him as much as he was hoping for. Given now that he's got lots of drivers now on those softer softer compounds. Now Sofian is actually getting very close to him. Oh, hang on. Let's see, Scarlo on Cotton Eye Joe. Will he make the move? No, he doesn't make the move. They were so close, but no cigar for Scarlo.
Cotton Eye Joe is getting closer to Mushroom.
Oh yeah, Cotton Eye Joe's getting close to the Mushroom. Scarlo is right there in that battle too. I think there's a whole like 3-car battle going on for 8th. Sofian makes the move on Gernman, it looks like. So very, very unfortunate. Those hard tires just don't seem to have the pace against some of these softer compounds of tires. But there we go. Sofian up into 4th now. Jamie 1 in 3rd, 5 seconds away from Pube and Street Crown 19. Haven't spoken about them too much this race, but they're your 1-2. Alfa Romeo all over the podium. And there we go. Cotton Eye Joe and Mushroom battling it out. They're side by side. It looked like they went side by side through Ascari. Scarlo thinking about getting involved with this battle too. Mushroom manages to keep that position, at least for now, but we'll see going around Parabolica and through that start-finish straight. But oh my goodness, he could throw a blanket over these 3 cars and, you know, it wouldn't fall on the ground. And here we go, down the start-finish straight. Keeping an eye on Cotton Eye Joe. Mushroom throws him, battles it out a little bit. There's contact. The tires touch. They're side by side. Oh no, there's some damage there on the wing from Mushroom as he gets forced off a little bit. Cotton Eye Joe does keep the move, or he makes the move, but Mushroom is right behind. He goes to the inside. Does he get the move back? Oh my goodness. Oh no, he throws. Oh no! Heartbreak for Cotton Eye Joe as he
oh no,
very unfortunate, a very disastrous play. Now Mushroom, he's completely broken his front wing, but you know, my personal opinion, I think those I feel those sways might have been you know, I'm not in control of the car. I can't say how the car was feeling, but I feel those sways were a little bit
too much aggressively.
I don't know. I don't know, if I was a steward, I'd want to take a look at that one, that's for sure. But either way, we trek on. We have the safety car, actually. The full safety car has been called out. Oh my goodness. Now, here we go.
Hold on a second. Is Cotton Eye Joe out then? Is he out?
No, Cotton Eye Joe
is the safety car out?
Yeah, I don't know why the safety car is out. Maybe it was for that incident, but Cotton Eye Joe is still running. Nobody's out, but look at that. Sofian continues onwards on those soft tires. Pube jumps into the pits. He's going on the fresh set of softs. Scarlo actually jumps Pube on those medium tires. This has completely thrown the race on his head with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, man, what a disaster. Everything was going well, and I thought they were actually going to do a decent job by fighting side to side, and then out of nowhere, things just went south.
Yeah, things went south, but that's a little heartbreak for the Alfa Romeos. They had the 1-2 all but, you know, signed, sealed, delivered for them until the safety car came along. Now, but now that gives a great chance for Jamie 1 to truly battle it out with Street Crown 19 in this race.
And not to mention, what is this? Yes, Scarlo is in 2nd place.
Yep, Scarlo in 2nd, Sofian in 1st, but Scarlo's on those medium tires.
Did he? I mean, we have 6 laps left.
Yeah, not too many laps left. Lots of drivers now behind Scarlo on those soft tires. So, you know, you can... Oh no, Ilpico took a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. That's very unfortunate. But I do want to say that on those medium tires, they're going to be slower. They're slightly more worn than those soft tires that all the drivers behind you are
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So actually, that happened to me yesterday, where I thought I was like, actually, I'm good. I can take this to the end. But then those softs will make you really, really quick. For like, I don't know exactly what's the secret other than they give you better traction. But if you're on the mediums, you're gonna fall back really quickly if somebody is on softs right behind you. There's no fighting back, especially if they're worn. Yeah, it looks like they're 6 lap old.
Oh yeah, but bear with me on this too. If Scarlo can get a really good jump off the start and pass Sofian, then that could potentially give a bit of a buffer to those the two Alfa Romeos and Jamie 1 in the Haas that are going to be coming like screaming behind him to try to take those positions back.
Absolutely.
Like I'm worried for Scarlo if he doesn't get the move right off the bat, because I feel Sofian, I mean, his tires are already 5 laps old. They're on the soft tires, but they're there's
Yeah,
only so many more only so many more peak laps.
good point. But and he actually made it to 11 positions from where he started. That is crazy.
Oh, here we go. Let's take a look at the. Let's see. Wow, yeah, 11 positions for Sofian right off the from the start. Very good race for him.
Yeah, I could very well be the driver of the week.
Very well. Still lots of racing to go. We'll have to see what happens once the safety car goes in, because lots can happen. I mean, Scarlo up 9 spots, Jamie 1 up 9, Carter, he's up 8.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, lots of movement here in the race. But here we go. Safety car is coming in this lap. Ooh-wee. For those of you watching at home, I hope you're ready, because we are here as they cross the line and go green. Here we are going green. It's a pretty good start from Sofian. Scarlo gets a very good start. Can he actually make a move into this start-finish straight? You can already see the Alfa Romeos right behind that Renault car. So this is bad news for Scarlo as they're coming. They come through down into this second chicane section here.
Oh, look at that. Sophia managed to defend really well.
Yeah, but now Pubed actually, he's itching to make the move. They were side by side for a little bit, but will he actually think about making the move here? No, he's not going to, but he's probably going to pop the ERS open and try to gun it past Scarlo. It's actually, holy moly, was that's actually Jamie 1 who makes a move on Sweetcar 19. Oh no, Jamie 1 goes into the gravel, so he loses 3 positions, I think, down into 7th. As wonder what. That's very unfortunate for Jamie 1 as he loses all that time, all those positions. Sofian, out of all of that, still managing to hold on to the lead so far, but Pube does make the move on Scarlo. So now he has been set free to chase the leader. Sweetcar 19 and Scarlo, they are going side by side. But there we go. Sweetcar 19 does make the move. So Scarlo maybe regretting not pitting onto some soft tires like the rest of the grid. But we will see if he can hold on to this 4th now. There is a yellow flag in Sector 1. What happened here as I'm scrolling down? Oh my goodness, what was that? That's the Red Bull of Jordan JT that looked like he completely missed turn 1 and caused a bit of a yellow flag. Very unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Astunik and Mushroom are battling it out here. Looks like Astunik does get the better of the move. Jer and Pretzel side by side now. All this battling here at the end of the race with the safety car bunching everybody back up.
Absolutely, it makes better racing. Oh, Sofian gets a 3-second penalty.
Oh no! Whoa! Big crash here.
Oh
Holy
no!
moly, Scarlo, big accident between Scarlo and I think that was Gernman too.
Oh no! What a... Are you serious? No, I
Very,
think
very
Gurman is...
unfortunate.
It looks like Gurman is still on track, but he is in 14 right now. Wow. I thought I saw a Toro Rosso in the gravel.
Yeah, I didn't see the Toro Rosso. I mean, I saw that accident there. I saw the accident take place, but you know, once the accident starts happening, it's hard to kind of pick the right cars because everybody just keeps moving all at once there.
Yeah. Gurman just jumps into a pit. What a disaster.
Yeah, very heartbreak for Gerdman and heartbreak for Scarlo too. What happened here? Is there an instant turn one? Who was that? Was that Mushroom who completely missed turn one again? Not a race for Mushroom to remember, I don't think.
No, not at all.
As now he's battling Jordan. Jordan does get past him, but they're still battling there. But it looks like he can keep the... Well, actually, no, they're still going side by side into this next section here. And no, Mushroom does actually keep that position away, keep that 13th spot. Now we've got Pubed and Sweet Crown in first and second, but Sofian isn't giving up without a fight on those 8-lap hold soft tires. Very, very close to Sweet Crown 19.
He might drop a couple more spots, but yeah, that's gonna be it. Those softs are really quick, especially on this track.
That's the thing. I'm surprised that Sofian was able to keep up with Sweet Crown.
Sofian is a very, very fast driver.
Oh yeah, I know he's a very fast driver. I'm just thinking the tire difference here. But we're down. Absolutely. We're into the penultimate lap. I didn't even realize we were into the penultimate. Like, it went from lap 21 to lap 26 in a flash.
Absolutely, all of this drama just makes the whole everything went by so quick.
Yeah, holy moly, 3-car battle here into turn one. There's contact. There's Gravel, Pretzel, Mushroom, and Jordan.
And we're just gonna head into the last lap of the race.
Oh, heck is breaking loose here. Let's jump with Jers. He's looking to catch his teammate Giant. Mushroom DNFs.
Oh no, that I saw that coming. I saw that coming.
Take a look and see. I'll quickly jump with Gerdman just to catch the car and see where the DNF happened. So coming around this right-hander. Oh no, it looked like he just clipped the grass. Went a little wide.
Oh no, they lost all his suspensions.
Yep, and that's his race. It's a Kush very close to Sofian for this last podium position as they come around Parabolicus to start the final lap of the Grand Prix.
What an intense race.
It's absolutely crazy. I'm seeing Knight very close to Jamie 1 as they're coming down the start-finish straight to start their last lap. So that's a battle to keep in mind. But I do want to see this battle for the last podium position.
Between really wants to overtake Sofian for that podium.
Oh yeah, and that's the battle I'm gonna keep my eyes out. Looks like Pretzels makes a move on Jordan JT elsewhere on the track. But here we go. Going around these last set of turns for the last time this race. Sofian has still held on to that last podium position. At least for the moment. We're going down this last section of DRS now. Can Isakush make the move? And Sweet Crown 19, actually, he passes Pube now. So Sweet Crown 19 on the last lap of the race, he takes the lead, but Pube actually, I don't know if he's just staying close behind or if he wants to battle. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Wonder what happened there.
He overtakes Sweet Crown.
Pube overtakes. They're battling to the line here. The Alfa Romeos.
Oh my
Who's
God,
gonna take it side by side? And that's Sweet Crown 19 who takes the win by a hair.
Crazy. Wow, this Alfa Romeo, what a show, man.
Oh, look at that. Oh, no, but Pube actually got bumped down to 4th because of penalties. Yeah. So Sofian gets that 2nd place, and Isakush rounds out the top 3.
Wow, wow, what an intense end to the race. Look at that,
Oh
Sofian.
my.
Very well done for Sofian. He's such a, like, he was like a great, great consistency in this race.
Oh yeah, like I'll be honest, and I mean no offense to Sofian, but I did not think that they could get that second place there.
Yeah,
And I was just
exactly.
thinking the older tires, like I thought that was just gonna lose out pace at the end of the race, but obviously I got proved wrong there. But what a race that we got to experience today here for the Tier
Wow,
One.
intense.
That was a crazy one.
Look at that, a familiar face. Sweet crown.
Yep, after all of that, a familiar face, the Sucre 19 up on the top step of the podium, but I do think that he's probably going to remember this one a lot more than he has potentially some of the other wins that he's taken.
Absolutely, that was a very, very close racing. Very, very fun to watch.
Oh yeah, extremely exciting to watch, and honestly, we quite literally had a little bit of everything in that race.
We literally did. We had lots of highs, lots of lows, but we ended up with a great, great racing.
Yep, lots of penalties as well from what we can see here, but there we have it. Sweetcar 19 takes the win, Sofian in second, and Itzakush rounds out the top three there. Any final remarks, Mo, on this race before we wrap up the stream?
Oh, not really. I just wanted to thank these drivers for taking their time to race in here. It was really fun to commentate on, and I can't wait for next weekend, which will be in Austria, and I think it's going to be dynamic.
Oh, dynamic weather in Austria. Well, you don't want to miss that, just like you don't want to miss this. My final closing words are, well, I mean, might want to watch the stream because that'll speak for itself. But
Yes, absolutely.
thank you so much for everybody tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as we did. Like I said, we'll pick it up next week in Austria for dynamic weather. But that's pretty much all I have for you for the moment. So thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of Mo and myself, I wish you all a great rest of your day and enjoy. Till next time.